Good afternoon, everybody. We're back. The car's on Jackson's again. I know you people are like, oh my God, we were so happy last week when you had it driving out of the garage and now you're back in. Damn it. Well, I get a little too ahead of myself and I'm like, hey, if I do this, this, and this, I could actually drive this piece of junk around the block. But there's extra things that need to be done before we can race it, before we can actually drive this thing to work. We could drive it around. So it comes back in and it goes on stands and I start to finish up those little things. This is my cycle. This is what I do every single time. Well, what are we going to do today? Let's find out. That better? Okay, so yes, we are on stands, but we have huge progress this week to be able to, right now my goal is to drive it on Sunday on Father's Day. Drive it around, take it to my parents' house, blah, 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 drive it around, kick around time, make sure everything is good. Monday, drive this thing to work. I work 23 miles away. Get it on the alignment rack. I mean, I dropped the K-frame out of it, but like, it only moves a smidge, and I only know that from how many times I've done it. So I just gotta get it right back in. A little bit of line, a little bit of toe adjustment here or there. I never usually have to adjust camber or caster because I don't touch the top of the shock. So we'll get that back in touch. Deal with Hell at Work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's track rental. That's the goal right now, is to get to the track rental. I doubt we're going to set the world on fire, but I'm going to try to get some passes on this new setup and we can learn it and make progress. I need to get it back into the 850 range for now because that's all I can do at drag week. So my plan is 850s every single day at drag week, 850 average. That's the plan. And then after drag week, we turn it up and try to put this thing into the 7s this year. And then I decide whether I want to save my pennies and put a 25.3 in the car. Or upgrade this one to a 25.5 so at least I can go 750. I don't know. I'm going to have to weigh the options at the time. Who knows what this world's going to be like come November. And at that point, I won't be doing that work. That will be getting sent out if I can find a shop that's less than a year backed up. If it isn't, then I'm going to go the route that Dave did, buy the completed cage, cut the floor out and stick it in. But this is all months and months down the road. Anyway, I want to give a huge shout out to Ace Race Parts. They sent me a pretty sweet swag pack here. I got this trucker hat. It's really cool patch. It's not like printed on or laced in. It's a patch. That thing's sweet. They sent me some stickers and they sent me a shop banner. I told you guys before, after using Ace Race Parts material, I won't use anyone else. I think they have the best fabrication components on the market, especially for the price. I don't think there's anyone out there that can touch what these guys do. And I'm not saying that because I'm paid. No, I'm not paid. They sent me a swag pack after I shouted them out in the last video. And a big thank you to Rob at Radioactive Fab for sending this video to Ace Race. They didn't even see it. They sent it and then sent this. So, ha! Yeah, no, it is by far the best stainless I've ever used. And aluminum. The aluminum's awesome too. And just look how nice that this stainless is turning colors. Right? Look at this. It's gorgeous. Makes me look like a good welder. I can make you look like one too. So shout out to Ace Race for sending the swag pack. I love stickers and hats and banners and everything else, as you can see from people that support me, that I try to support. I know my little orders here, they're nothing compared to some shops. I'll have to find a home for this banner somewhere soon when I have the time. So go check out Ace Race if you are building a turbo kit or exhaust or whatever that you need fabrication components for. You won't be let down. What else? I got an order in from Monkey Fab. My buddy Mike down there. I got this cool little bulkhead doodabby thing. I guess I punch a hole in that. This is for my intercooler tank for the pass-through for the wire. So we have these cool little plastic things for a couple of bucks with a rubber seal. I'm assuming I just punch a hole through that. I'll pop this out. Oh no, it just comes right off. Probably not supposed to do that. But maybe a little, once I run two 12-gauge wires through there, it'll probably be alright. So I got that from him. I got a couple Dash 4 fittings that I was going to have to use for my boost controller stuff. But I made that all work, so now these are going into my drag week box. And I got some Dash 16 fittings so I can finish up the intercooler hoses. I don't know, oh, you guys don't know any of this. I've already started, so the tank is in. It's not, oh my god, my battery, there we go. I guess my light's dead. We'll try this one. So, like I said, the tank is here. It's not bolted down yet because I have it in and out. Let's see if I can get back here too. Hoses. So those hoses run, you can see them right there, through the bulkhead. They run to right there, bulkhead out the floor. Right, which in turn goes to, ouch, god damn it, which go to right here. But I gotta finish, well, tying these up underneath. And what I did was, oh god, I cut open this and bent it back some so it comes through, right? And look how much clearance, oh god, how much clearance we have there, right? Yes, it's a lot of fittings, it's a lot of nonsense. So yeah, going on with the intercooler hoses. It is a lot of fittings, it is a lot of junctions. We're going to see if there's an issue. But I really don't have any options with trying to keep the hoses out of the firewall, out of the cabin, from the back seats forward. I simply don't have the room for it. Like, I didn't want to come up through the back seat area. That was my last option as well. But I didn't have a choice. There was no way to get over the rear axle with the control arms and the anti-roll bar and all that stuff to be able to get into where I needed to be. So when I say this was literally my only option to get it the way I wanted it to be, it was the only way. I'm not thrilled with it, but it is what it is, and hopefully it works. We'll find out. Hopefully I don't make enough power to overrun that intercooler, which is supposed to be good for 1800 horsepower. We're not gonna make 1800 horsepower. Oh, let's get the other intercooler hose out. We'll get a 90-degree fitting on that. We have to get the other inside car one out and get a 45-degree fitting on that. Tighten everything down, and I think we could stick water in it and test it. Well, I gotta put the and test it, but let's go. All right, test number one: fill the tank. fully expected that to be way louder. Alright, let's start checking fittings. Kinda need some light. And bone dry.
Everything looks bone dry. Assembly lube.
I'm gonna call that a success. All right, let's pick back up here. It's Saturday. Today's D-Day. I need this whole thing assembled, back on the ground, driving today. Because I want to drive it tomorrow for Father's Day, so then I could drive it to work on Monday and align it. I don't want to chance driving it to work on Monday and having it break down. I've been burning the wick at both ends with this thing. I'm down here at like 5 a.m. before I go to work, and then I'm out here till 10, 11 o'clock at night after my kid goes to bed. I'm tired. I'm ready to be done with this. But the good news is we've made a ton of progress, and today is going to be the day that we go driving. Maybe go do some burnouts. Throw my kid in the passenger seat, maybe. I think I want to see. So, if any of you know how the seat hooks work on baby seats, they got like little straps with the safety hooks. I have these, right? And I think I'm going to put them under my seatbelt bolts so I could hook to this to ratchet in his car seat. These are actually for my transmission blanket. And go from there. I think that'll work. I don't think it'll be an issue. I mean, it's 3/16 steel. Oh, we are pretty much done with everything underneath, minus mounting the water tank. And like, I got to make like a normal drain for it. We're going to go over my little, oh, those are bills. My little LMR collection here. Pins, new door pins, new striker bushings, because I know most of you ain't got that bushing. It's just a thing. You know, most of these cars have wore out pins. It's just part of it, right? Heavy ass door on these little ass pins. I don't like the replacement pin kits that they sell. Oh, goddamn. Oh yeah, that's right. I got the replacement rollers as well. I'm not a huge fan of these because I simply just don't like these are riveted in. Alright? I just don't like that they have these quick pins now. It just looks, I don't know, tchotchke. No, this is the kit from LMR. I had the full kit with the striker bushings and the pins and door pins, the whole nine, so we could do this. So obviously this would probably help to be a two-person job to get your door off. The doors are freaking heavy. I'm not that smart, so putting them back on is a whole lot of fun, and we're gonna show you putting one back on and getting it aligned and all of that hell. You gotta cut these out. I mean, you could probably drill it, but it's just easier to cut it out. I'm not worried about messing up my door panels because these are gonna get changed anyway. And just be safe not to cut into your doors. Let's cut off the pins and then we'll go from there. Alright, so that sucked. Get a sturdy punch because the 1/8 inch punch wasn't good enough. I got both the hinges off. I got the roller off. The roller's kind of beat up, and for the price of it, why not? It is rusted, so probably wasn't doing the best. I still got to drive out the bushings, and then we could start to assemble these new. Mine are original pins. I mean, you might have original pins, but so I know a bunch of you guys had questions about lining the doors up and everything, but I utterly messed up here and did it while on stands. Make sure your car's on the ground and everything, but the basis, what I do is I get it on the latch, get the bolts into the door snug but still movable, and then I get the floor jack and start to work this thing into place. I mean, you line up your body lines, and normally I take the striker completely off, line up the body lines, and then do the striker last. Once you get that all set, you know, make sure your bolts are all tight and the door opens freely and easily and doesn't bang against anything, and your body lines and gaps are close to correct. It's kind of hard on these cars because the body lines sucked from the factory, well, the gaps, this sucked from the factory, and go from there. Alright, well, sorry about that. My battery died, and apparently my other batteries didn't charge in this stupid thing. GoPro batteries are trash. We've jumped ahead a little bit, obviously. Sorry about hanging in a line in the doors. I had to redo the passenger door because, like a dummy, I did it while it was on stands. So I had to take it down and redo it. But I tell you what, these have never opened and closed better ever. I'm pretty happy with them, with all the new pins and everything. Mint. Fender's on. I don't know what happened to this downpipe, but it was way far forward. I actually cut and added a ½ an inch to it, and it's still too far forward. I don't know what the hell happened there, but brackets are made for both of those. Alright. Gotta put the bumper on. I don't know if I can go drive this thing. The skies are looking kind of gnarly. I guess I could check the weather. You know, even if I just go to the gas station. I gotta hook the battery back up. Oh, it's saying there's no rain. Alright, you see it. Right? 1%. You know what that 1% means? That means my ass is gonna get stuck in it. I put my driver's seat in. I put my new seat belts in. That side. It's a pain in the ass with the new thick carpet and all the sound editing. But I got my new belts in. Got the shifter in, a nice carbon fiber piece. I haven't mounted it yet because I still got to take this back apart and get the centerpiece in and radio and stuff. I do have new pieces to put in here, nice new trim pieces once I trim this carpet a little bit. But I think we're gonna go for a drive. I think it's time to go for a drive. See how well this snap mount system works here. Yeah, it works pretty good. I'm not used to it anymore, and I definitely started it in first, and not something you really want to do in a 400. So I quickly clicked second to get before it was nuts, and then click third because I'm sure traffic is coming. He's staying. I mean, it's cold. You can see I'm in a hoodie, but the fans aren't even anywhere near turning on. So actually the water pump's not even on right now. The water temp is 167. Right? I have the water pump come on. Actually, no. Water pump is on because it turns on at 185 and doesn't shut off until 130. So 140. But the fans, though, I turned them all the way up to 200, so they didn't even bother to come on, and we're just sitting at 167. Trans temp 155, oil temp 162, so that's intake temps high, but I don't have the water on. 126, it's not high, but we seem to be doing good. As I predicted, it started to rain. 1%, it started to rain. So I just brought it home. I only got to do one little baby burnout. But that's alright. We'll do more. I guarantee it, because that's one of my favorite things to do with a turbo car. Burnouts. Alright, cleaning up here because this place is like a bomb went off when I rushed. That might be the best it's ever ran. Driven. We'll say driven. Still needs a little bit of tune-up work, clean up here or there, but all in all, she's not bad. The rear end's quieter. Pretty happy with that. Smoother. It doesn't nearly have as many vibrations as it did before. I gotta raise up the front a little bit with the new 26-inch tires on there. It's just too low, and I actually caught the tire on the fender pulling into the gas station because it's one of those, you know, it's got a loop, so when I turned in it was like, or just roll the fender, one of the two. Probably has to come up a little bit. Yeah, there's a glimmer of hope of making it to the racetrack on Friday. Not gonna set the world on fire because we have like 0 time to work on a tune-up, so we're just gonna probably, after driving it on 5 pounds of boost, it's ungodly slow. So we'll probably throw 5 on the dome. You know, maybe I'll make like a 1/8 mile hit in it and just check the logs and adjust it. It is a rental, so hopefully I get more than like 2 or 3 passes. We'll see. I have to align it. I have to raise up the front a little bit. I have to hook up the air for the parachute and the shifter. I'm not gonna use the air shifter yet, but I gotta hook up the air to it so I can turn it on. It's just not just pissing everywhere. We'll pick back up. Maybe the next video will be some racing, or you know, maybe I'll bring the GoPro to the shop, align it and all that. I'm just gonna throw a quick alignment and reset the anti-roll bar in it. I'll do that on the alignment rack and go from there. So guys, get in your garage. It's freaking Father's Day's tomorrow, and I finally was able to drive this thing. Drive this thing. You know, it's pretty much complete. Got some work to do, but I'm happy with it. Get in your garage, clean your garage, especially if it looks like this, like a bomb went off in there, and work on your hot rod. Have a good night, guys.